All right. I'm going to do another question answer video with my mom. We did the first one a few months back. That went up on the main Captain Sparkles channel. This one's going to go up on my vlog channel. So,
I'll
new
be sure
channel.
to watch.
No,
Cool.
don't do that.
Okay. I am interested. You would think, what is his mother's problem? She's not interested.
No, it's because I'm like, don't watch my videos, please. I'm good.
Yeah.
Don't do it. So I put out a tweet getting some questions in response to that. We'll start off with Joey asks, what was your favorite thing to do with me when I was a little kiddo?
Well, this is going to sound really crazy. Really little.
Okay.
Really little. 2 or 3. Jordan's favorite thing was just driving around and calling out names, makes, and models of cars. You would think a 3-year-old or a 2-year-old, trust me, he knew the name of every make and model on the road.
And yelling at you to take Sepulveda, not the 405.
And telling me which way to drive wherever we went.
I would say take Sepulveda, but if you took Sepulveda, then I'd say take the 405.
Take the freeway. If I was on the freeway, take Sepulveda. If we're on Sepulveda, take the freeway. So basically telling me directions of where to go, where to park at Century City.
But that was your favorite thing to do with me?
Well, yes, because my favorite thing was whatever your favorite thing was.
Oh, how kind of you.
It's true.
You're so selfless.
True.
Oh, okay. What advice did you give to me growing up that you would extend to the people watching this? Alvina asks.
Oh, man, what a good question. What advice did I give to you?
Life lessons with Linda.
Well, I think, and you can tell me if you agree or not, I said, find what you love to do and don't worry about what your mom or dad wants you to do. Other than go to school, right?
Yeah.
But find something you love to do and you'll figure out a way to do it.
I feel like that might be a difficult sell on some parents of kids watching this, potentially.
Oh, well, I guess I feel like if you work really hard at what you love to do, then
I mean,
you have to give it a shot.
Would certainly argue that if you get to the top of whatever field you were interested in.
But you don't have to even get to the top.
I should say, whatever your interests, there's generally a way to make a living doing it.
Yeah.
And that's
find your
fulfill you the
own
most.
passion, not what you think other people think you should be doing. That's my advice.
There you go. Wise words.
But stay in school.
What's the worst thing that I ever did to get grounded? Nick asks.
Oh.
You didn't ground me.
Jordan never
often.
got grounded.
Well, that just wasn't really a term that you used.
But but you didn't do really. Did you think of something?
I had, there were a couple, your punishment was sending me to my room, and there were probably 2 or 3 instances where I got a full day of that.
A full day?
You sent me to my room for a full day, like
wow. Do
2
you remember
or 3
why?
times. I don't, actually.
It was probably, if I did do that.
You did.
It was probably for really talking back and saying really bad things, disrespectful things to your mother. You didn't act out.
I never did anything
you
like.
You were a very good kid.
There was never anything that I did like off-site.
No.
Out of the house with like not in your company that was like, oh, I need to discipline you for that.
You were a very good kid.
It was just for argument.
Just talking back.
I'm sure that a lot of them stemmed from being in the car and me initiating to backseat drive, and then it escalated from there.
A lot, yeah, it's really weird. A lot did start with backseat driving.
We don't go in the car together.
No.
To this day, I would not be able to resist saying, because, okay, so I live my life in such a way so as to not inconvenience other people. And so when we're sat at like a light and it's green and we're not going, I'm like, the people behind are being inconvenienced. We need to fix this. And I say, the light's green.
It's important to be able to just zip it and let the other person do their thing when they're behind the wheel. That's all.
Do you ever wish that Jordan got a real job instead of YouTube, asks Ashlyn?
Absolutely not. This is a real job. I guess.
Thank you.
I don't think it's
I
not
always
a real job.
find the quote unquote real job term.
I
it
think real
sometimes
job
applies manual
means
labor.
you are not working for yourself. It's steady and it's more secure. And no, I do not wish that.
What's interesting though is that I never grew up in a situation where I even saw what a real
that's
job
true.
was, because neither you nor Dad
had a real job.
No, by that standard,
Right.
you both self-employed,
Right.
and you always were. So
Yeah.
you work from home.
Right.
Dad work from home / going to
Right.
job sites. So I essentially followed in the exact same
Right.
footsteps. What was your favorite Jordan hairstyle?
I have a few, actually. One of them is when Jordan was very young. Believe it or not, he had very blonde hair.
Very blonde.
Yes, when you were, up until 5 or 6, you had very light hair. And when you were up until 4, when you got a buzz cut, he had Shirley Temple ringlets. Beautiful
I wonder
Shirley
if they're gonna
Temple
know
ringlets.
who Shirley Temple is.
Probably. Then another favorite hairstyle, you probably hate it. It was long, and you went through this phase of combing it straight back.
The gel.
Gelled. This was in second grade. It was really odd for a second or third grader.
Right.
I don't know where it came from. I don't know if you
Probably
saw a
the
picture
barber
in a
just
magazine.
did it when I got the haircut.
I don't know. I thought you made
the
it
barber
up.
definitely.
But you had
must
it
have done
long, and you had to have it a perfect comb out. And then the other one was the bleached platinum blonde. He did the white, blonde, bleached two-tone.
Ugh.
So you liked
Awful.
it. You begged me.
Well,
for
now
it.
I look back and it's awful.
It looked great. It was very, very cute.
Blue Wolf asks, what do you think about Jordan's new diet, going to the gym, and his new healthy lifestyle?
That must have some pre-knowledge, that question, right?
I mean, I've talked about being more
that
conscious in
pre-knowledge?
video. Well, I would like to think that the physique change has been visible over the past year, and people have commented on
Okay.
it. So
What do I
people
think
know.
of it?
Yeah.
The thing that I am most pleased,
What do you
I'm
think
really
about
happy about it, because when Jordan was young, he was really into sports and very active.
Mm-hmm.
And then he became a couch potato in front of the computer. He was totally into skateboarding and basketball, and you were never into running.
No,
I used to try.
I would always get stomach cramps.
I know. I always used to try to drag you running. Really happy you eat better and are working out, only because sitting all day in front of a computer is not healthy. Got to have a little activity.
No, I will say, it was what really sparked it was, I forget exactly when it was. I think I was still living downtown actually at the time. But we had met for, I can't remember, like a Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah.
And you're very honest, and you were like, you're looking a little bit big there.
I just said that.
You did, yeah.
Oh,
and I was
that's
like,
terrible.
oh, that's not good. But I was like, all right, if she's saying that.
No,
then
here
we're
was the main thing. We have a heritage of heart disease.
Right.
And it's so I know that we all have the heart disease genes,
Right.
especially the men. So I think it's good to start young and be aware of that.
Hey, very happy to have made the change.
I'm sorry if I said something.
No,
that
it
made
was
you feel
for the
bad.
better,
Okay.
obviously. This has nothing to do with me. But if you won the lottery, what would you do?
Me?
Yeah, this is a question for you.
Wow. I wonder if everyone thinks of that at some point.
What do you mean?
If you won the lottery, what would you
I'm
do?
sure everyone's played,
Well-
especially when there was that, only time I played the lottery is when there was that $2 billion jackpot.
I don't remember.
I tweeted, playing the lottery. People got mad at me. They're like, you better not.
Why?
Because they're like, you don't need the jackpot.
Well-
I'm like, nobody needs $1 billion, okay? Jeez.
What would I do? Here's the weird thing. When you read about how it changes people's lives,
Mhm.
generally, It's not, because it really affects relationships with friends and family and all that. But what would I do?
I don't think we're in that kind of family, though. Would you take the lump sum? The annuity pays out the full amount over like 30 years.
Oh, I'd probably take the lump sum, because who knows if you're going to be alive.
Right.
Step off the curb tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'd probably take the lump sum. And then what would I do with it?
Yeah.
I'd put aside enough to never have to worry for till I'm 100, if I live that long. Give away a certain, or might start a foundation to give grants, travel first class or business class, and travel more, because traveling is horrible.
Yeah. I haven't been on a plane in a year, I know.
And go to more places, create a business, I'm not sure what, with some of the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. But you don't play the lottery, do you?
No.
Josh asks, out of all my cars, and it could be, I guess, anything I have owned up until now, which one was your favorite?
Probably the Fiat. I think. Well, I just think they're
I knew
cute.
It was gonna not.
I just think they're cute. I don't appreciate cars the way Jordan does, so I'm the wrong person to ask.
I knew it was gonna
I don't appreciate the engineering and the styling. To me, like a McLaren or a Ferrari are equally as cool.
I thought you were gonna say equally as wasteful.
No.
So can I just say that growing up,
What?
you definitely said, like on many
What?
occasions,
Right.
anyone who buys a Ferrari is compensating for something.
Oh. I had this conversation with my friend today.
Really?
Yep. Where I said, when Jordan was younger, I said to him, if you really, a lot of men feel like, they have to have some really flashy car in order to feel really hot, like to attract women or to have people.
Doesn't work that way.
Wait, or to have people look at them because it makes them feel really important to have a really flashy car. And I was telling this to my friend today. I said, and I really regret saying that, but I've really changed because I've realized I don't have the car gene. And usually it's men who have the car gene way more than women.
Yes, the attention it attracts is 100% male.
Okay, but that men who enjoy fancy cars, and maybe there's some women, it's a thing where you love cars. And I don't get it at all, but I have to say, when we went to the Peterson Auto Museum when you were young with Grandpa, I loved it. And I loved looking at the old cars and how gorgeous they were and the colors, the shapes, and all that. So I could appreciate that. So I have changed.
Wow.
I have changed. I don't appreciate the cars, but I know that it is really a lot of people do. I hate cars, actually. I don't like driving.
Jordan let you drive his cars. No.
How many cars have I had in my life? And I drive them into the ground.
You have
Since
had
you've known me.
2 cars.
Since you've known me. Yeah, I don't care what it looks like. I can care if it's dinged up. Then I just don't care. It's just a means of getting from A to Z.
You have a Prius, which is just... Yep. It's
very handy car.
Yeah, it's just the unfortunate portion is that everyone who is not driving well is also usually in a Prius.
I think I drive well. You used to think I drove well when I drove the Volvo.
Yeah, then you changed. You changed drastically. One more. Why didn't you tell Jordan to stay in school? Dead Man Walking is his name. Who asked that?
Oh, Dead Man Walking. I did tell Jordan to stay in school. I don't know where you got
you were one of the strongest proponents of don't drop out.
And
I was like, I'm doing it anyway.
Of course I told him to stay in school. And what did Jordan say to me? You can't make me.
Peace out.
You're not the boss of me.
I'd say you're not the
I'm
boss of
kidding.
me.
That's what he was saying to me since the day he was born. But you're right. I couldn't make him. Did I not get...
It was
What's
just,
the
hey,
word?
it was, if you do what you want to do, you're just 100% responsible for supporting yourself once
Right.
you're out.
Right,
That's all.
which you already knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he wanted to go back to school, I was like, you'll go back to school.
School
And
always
If
be
you
there.
ever
It's
want to
still
go back
there.
to school,
I could still
you
go
could
back
go
to
back
school.
to school. Will
God,
you?
I don't know.
think
I
so.
don't think I want to do that. But
But you could.
it'll always be there. All right. Well, I think we're pretty much good. Pretty much
Okay.
good. Yeah. So thank you for participating again.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah. And I guess maybe we'll do another one of these in the future.
Bye.
See you guys next time.